All right.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Has everybody had a chance to look over the minutes from last month? Is there any questions, corrections, comments? I will take a motion to have the secretary file them.
I will make that motion.
Motion by Gary,
Oh, second.
second by Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Any public comment?
No, I have a question at the end of the meeting.
Any other public comment from anybody before we get into it? All right. Engineers report.
No report. Oh, no, never mind. I'm thinking of,
It looks like two very
I was
important
thinking
things.
of treasurer today. Yeah, two things. What I'm asking for from council tonight is, we authorized for them to put the bid specs together and everything. I did email to you a tentative schedule for the curb and sidewalk. So what I'm asking for tonight from council, first thing is to authorize the project to go out for bid. They'll open it the end of February, they being, James R. Holly Associates review the bids, and then they'll have a recommendation for award at the next meeting, the March meeting. And while we're at it, so don't I put on the agenda, I'll ask then if you can also do a motion to authorize advertising go out for bid in March with bid opening and an award at the April meeting for the South Street improvements. And those are the recommendations of James R. Holly Associates, those time periods for South Road.
South, are they bidding each way that Holly recommended, or how?
No, I think we had decided just to go with that option one, which was the base repair and then the calibrated chipping.
Are the first two items on their proposed project for the curb and sidewalk, number one, did they happen? And number two, is the second one on track?
You're talking about the second being South Street?
Church Street curb sidewalk project. So you
Yeah.
finalized the review and the contract docs.
Yeah,
They delayed January.
The documents are all done, ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah, they're ready to go out for bid.
Questions on what the secretary is asking?
And that includes the sewer work on
For the Church Street, yes.
The storm sewer.
that. Yeah, I'm
Yes.
sorry, yes, I'm sorry, yes.
Do, separate motions on?
We
that?
should, since
Yes.
it's two different projects, two different time frames.
All right, taking motion to move forward with the Church Street to put out for bid this month with looking at bids next month back to us.
I authorize the advertisement for the sealed bids for the Church Street curb and sidewalk improvements.
Motion by Bill,
Second.
second by Gary, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Along the same lines for South Street improvements to go out in March for us to review in April. Any questions on that? If not, I will take a motion to move forward with that as well.
I'll make that motion
Motion by,
to authorize advertisement for sealed bids for the South Street improvements.
motion by Craig Kiner, second by Deb. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Anything else from the engineer?
No.
Solicitors report.
Nothing new on mediation and no police report tonight, right? 'Cause
Hopefully
they're not
next
ready.
month, yeah.
And give back the balance of our time.
Anything for the solicitor right now? All right, zoning and codes.
The only thing I have, unless you have any questions, I did catch up with the folks there at 38 Main Street about the chickens. They are still there, not as many. But they also informed me that they have a realtor coming tomorrow, and they're gonna be putting the house on the market, moving, and they'd like to take their chickens along, so. I said, that's fine, I haven't had any direct complaints about it, so it's just tight until they. Other than that, if anyone has any questions, as you'll see, just quickly, there were 4 with, snow removal. 2 of them, one has paid the fine, one, which was $50. One told me that they're going to be sending the check. One did enter a defense, for district court, and I have not heard from the 4th one. Any questions for me?
Todd, can you just give us a quick recap on 71 Main Street, how
Oh, yeah.
the progress is going there?
Yes. Yeah, that, planning commission was this past Thursday. And the applicant did present his case and so forth. I think we were done probably 20 minutes or so. But planning commission did recommend to the zoning hearing board that they approve the request for a special exception. And that zoning hearing is tomorrow night. So,
And conversion of 2 units to 4.
correct. Back to where it was.
And they have sufficient parking.
Yes,
That's always a big concern.
That was a topic of discussion.
Yes.
Are they gonna have parking even for the people in the 3 apartments in the brick building?
Yeah, they'll have a minimum of 8 off-street parking
Oh,
spaces. Yeah, they're required to have those.
oh.
Anything else for zoning and codes? All right, fire company, I do not see Albert or Scott, anything on the fire company?
Nothing as of that I know of. I know they're doing the barbecue event again this year, probably about the same time frame. I did attend their meeting last month to swear in their officers. They did. They changed, there's some people around, got rid of some long-term people, and I don't want to say there's turmoil in that, but, I don't know what's going to come of that. I don't believe Scott holds the position anymore. So I don't know, other than that, basically, most of them were kind of the same, but I know some of the longer-term members, I don't know what the reasoning behind things were, but again, nothing of note other than that.
Albert's still chief.
He is, president still the same, Blaine still assistant, yeah. But, other than that, nothing really noteworthy other than that.
Anything on regional parks?
Yeah, if I may, on the 14th of January, we had our first YMCA of the Roses Branch board meeting. There was building updates given, all the building permits were submitted at that point. And just last week, the subdivision master plan from the school district was submitted to Jackson Township and the conservation district of York County. And that really had to do with the parking of the YMCA. So all those are in place. Just your old Spring Grove Regional Parks before and after care is going to be moved to Spring Grove Elementary starting March 3rd. Anticipating on the renovations either starting or getting close to start at that time. Second letter, and also their preschool program was being shut down effective February 21st, and then that'll be back up and running once they come back and move back in and get up and running. It was a reorganization meeting. The chairman was established, vice chair and secretary. So the chair and vice chair were from Jackson Township, and the secretary was from Spring Grove Borough. That brings you up to date on that meeting.
And just a quick question. They're the 5 at large, have they been selected yet?
Yes.
So they have, okay, so they're up and running too.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, unfinished business,
We already addressed that, I believe.
and that, yeah, we don't have anything on that.
Yeah, that's, just as far as the two reading news, it's pending, tomorrow night's here.
So you approved that last month, to allocate them pending approval.
Correct.
Okay, any other unfinished business? New business, Downtown Borough?
This is just a fire police request. I don't know how much Seven Valley's Fire Police helps Dallas Town, but I guess we should just, act on it, acknowledging it so that it's on the record.
Yep.
For workers' comp.
Yeah, just approve the authorization of the events, put in their letter with the date.
Can I have clarification on that? What are they asking?
One of the things since SWIFT, State Workers Insurance Fund, has taken over insuring workers' comp for volunteer firefighters, there is a big concern over whether or not there are authorized activities. So what has been done is that all the municipalities that are having certain events that want other fire police to go to them are sending formal requests in and having, in other words, Seven Valleys is approving the Seven Valleys Fire Police to go help out with events in Dallas.
I do apologize, I wasn't aware we had on the fire police and something.
Not saying they do.
Oh, okay.
And they don't have to attend, that's if they can.
Well, I understand, I was
Yeah.
just, like I said, I didn't know we had that. That's why I was
Well,
asking.
yeah, they have a fire police chief, but I don't know how many active members they actually have in the fire police.
So this is just sort of intergovernmental, to make sure everybody's okay, that we're on their turf sort of thing?
Well,
Yes.
since we pay the workers' comp for the borough pays the volunteer fire department's workers' comp insurance.
Okay.
If the fire police go to that event and somebody gets hurt
Yeah.
or something happens, we know that, our workers' comp, we approve them to attend that event if they.
Oh, okay, I'm following now, I'm sorry.
Yes, that's why, yes, all these have to be approved since the borough pays the
Gotcha.
workers' comp insurance for the fire
Gotcha.
company.
Okay.
So
This
it's
is in case
so it's an
of.
authorized activity.
Yes.
In other words, they're automatically covered on emergencies, training sessions, things
Yeah, I
they
wasn't
do
even
themselves.
Following, it was just a one-time deal for an event or something.
And what we've done is typically the ordinances allow the chief to delegate when they can do it, but again, SWIFT is a different animal than what we were used to when we had private insurance. So we just want to make sure there's absolutely no question.
Okay. Thank you.
On that note, entertain a motion for our fire police to go help out with the event at Dallas Town Borough.
I will make a motion for Seven Valley's Fire Police to help out the Dallas Town Borough if requested.
Motion by Gary,
Second.
second by Bill, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Next item is just informational. I received an email from Pennsylvania DEP. I'm going to be emailing to them this week a list of property addresses in the borough, and they're going to be sending out letters offering free radon tests. So you see those show up, that's.
So I just want to clarify, they're offering free test kits.
Correct.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
the
correct.
test kits, you have to collect that data and then you mail it.
Right.
So and that may cost to get that test done.
Yeah, and I don't know that.
Is there any way that can, if you're gonna send
They're gonna send, what's gonna happen is when they get that list, they're gonna send out a letter to each property owner explaining all the details.
Okay. What kind of, I have a draft sample copy attached.
It was not attached.
Okay.
Yeah, it was not attached.
Can you make sure that there's language on there about those specifics before it sends to our residents? And then, I don't want to be misleading. I want to make sure that it said
Yeah.
free kits, but there's going to be potentially a cost.
Yeah, they apparently been doing it for a while, but I will make sure of that, yeah.
Thank you.
All right, the new bank account for the playground.
Yeah, Brandon had talked to me a couple times, and I know he brought up in past meetings about, starting to try to collect some private funds for the playground. So we should probably open up a bank account so that when they're received, we can directly deposit them into that account. So I know it just takes a minimum $500 to open up a checking account at the bank. So I was gonna ask council if you would authorize me to transfer $500 over to open up a separate account just for the
Do
recreation.
we have a year note in the budget for a certain amount to that?
Yeah, we do have 2,500,
So we
so.
want to just move,
Yeah.
since that's what's in the budget,
Yeah,
we'll move that right in.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So if we get an engineering bill or something like that, it's gonna come out of that line item in the budget.
It's up to our 2,500.
Right.
What they raise would be supposed to go toward the capital.
Sure.
I'll make a motion to authorize Ty to start an account for the playground for $2,500 that we will work in the budget this year.
Motion by Greg, second by Deb. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Any other new business? Treasurer's report.
All right, last month you approved the treasurer's report. I have, as you'll see, this is identified as the treasurer's report December 2024 final. Just because of the way some of the statements arrive and so forth, I can't always get them on the report. So what I'm accustomed to, I always do a final in February, so that the auditors have all the actual figures, because if I show like December interest in January, then they gotta do all these journal entries and all that kind of stuff. It's just a lot easier and cleaner for the auditors to have everything that occurred in December on the December treasury report. So you can do it with one motion if you'd like, but I would need, approval for the December final and then of course the January. But that's up to you how you wanna vote on
All right, is there any questions on the December final and why that's like that? If not, I will take a motion for the December final to be accepted and then file statement for audit. We don't pay any regular bills because they're done.
Right.
Okay.
So moved.
Motion by Bill,
Second.
second by Greg, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Now, the January treasurer's report. This one, this is the one where we need to pay bills this month. All right, any questions on the January treasurer's report? If not, I will take a motion to approve, accept, and file statement for audit and for the treasurer to pay any regular bills in the next month.
I will make a motion for that.
Motion by Gary,
Second.
second by Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Secretary.
First thing I have is, gave everybody, emailed everyone a copy. Of course, it's the municipal primary coming up. Sunrise Borough, the mayor's position will be up, which is a 4-year term. Borough Council, 4-year term, there's 3 positions that are up, which is Greg Adonis, Zach, and Bill. And tax collector, one, that seat is up as well, that is a 4-year term as well.
You said the tax collector as well.
So unless someone believes it's something contrary to that, I'm gonna sign this and get that back in. No action required. Just 2 other quick things. If anyone has any questions, I did provide you with a copy of the 2003, which were interim taxes, as well as 2004 real estate taxes that the tax collector turned into tax claim for collection that were not paid. The 2023 was $476.50. 2024 was a total of $13,522.02. No, I'm sorry, let me back up. Let me get my head straight here. I'm reading the total for county and school. The borough hit $6.51 for 23, and then the borough for 24 is $611.52. Yeah, that sounds better, right?
Still a big jump, but, better.
So that's just informational if anyone has any questions. And then the only other thing is, I don't know if anyone took notice, we finally, last week, got up the county's 250th banners, so that's all I have.
Anything else for the secretary?
Quick question. Does the judge of elections come up for that as well this year?
That you'd have to, I don't remember I don't remember the municipality ever, we just would do what's.
Well, that's the judge of elections and the minority and majority inspectors. You'd have to call the
Election office?
county board of elections to find out. I think if I recall correctly, I don't know if that's 2 years or 4 years.
I would go in and ask her. You don't get-
Yeah, I can't find that, that's why I thought I'd ask since he brought up about the,
Yeah, we only certify, the elected borough officials, not the.
And then your same thing, Brandon, will be true with school board. I don't know if you have any school board members that are up this year or not. That you'd have to find out from them.
okay.
If you don't get a phone
Call the
call,
school board on that one?
You can call this superintendent secretary.
Superintendent, yeah, I think I spoke to her before, thank you.
if you don't get a call back from the county, which is sometimes likely, just
I
go
know.
ahead and go in. They'll search it right in front of you.
I know, I'll ask them, I talk to them all the time.
Awesome. If you send a question, you can get back to us.
Welcome to politics.
Anything else for the secretary? All right, mayor's report.
Couple things. First, with the snow, I did hear of numerous neighbors helping their neighbors, throughout, so that's definitely good. The next, York County Boroughs Association meeting, put it on your calendar, should be March 27th. It's going to be held, next door at the tavern, actually. They're going to, so March 27th, 6:30 p.m. Letters should be coming out. Invitations should be coming out, shortly. And finally, I gave information, Pennsylvania State Association of Boroughs, conference is June 1st through the 4th. I would like to go if the borough would happily pay the fee to attend that conference again. I gave Todd the paperwork. If you approve that expense, I would like also approval to, I would like to have a hotel for Sunday and Monday night, as last year I traveled back and forth, and I do think I missed some things, some networking events that I think might be good to attend. So, and that I would be happy to put on my card to hold it for the time being. As we all know, I definitely plan on attending the conference, but things can happen where I might, at the last minute, I might have to decide to cancel the hotel reservation and travel back and forth. But again, I'm trying to avoid that as all possible. So, again, I'd like council's approval for Todd to send in that registration allow. I believe for the conference before April 24th, it's $250 for the 3 days, or the Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday that I plan on attending.
Is this something that Cheryl attended?
She does. She attends on behalf of the state association. She is the county representative. The borough does not pay any of her registration fees or hotel arrangements. That's all handled by the state association.
And if I decide to go, I would just either be daytime, Monday or Tuesday, not the full package, and I'm not staying overnight, I would commute. So the max for me would be 200 if I decide to go. I gotta see how those dates work out.
Do you recall when we were working on the budget, is there a line item in there for conferencing?
It is. Yes.
Did we talk about adding a little extra for Doug's?
We
overnight?
did.
So
I wanna think it's 750.
So, I think when the time comes, we maybe make a motion, to approve that as budgeted. I think that makes it look like we did our due diligence, that we planned ahead.
Is the 1st through the 4th, that's a Sunday?
Sunday
Monday?
through,
Yeah.
well, the conference one's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday
And I
morning.
can tell you that the.
Wednesday morning
I
is.
definitely would not do Tuesday,
Yeah.
I can't get out of work.
Yeah, so, I mean, but, yeah, I definitely plan on coming home Tuesday night after the final banquet to make it to work the next,
Questions from council on that? Comments?
So do we need to make a motion on any of that, or?
You should for the
For the
registration.
registration.
We'll make a motion for that. To registration be found. And however, Bill stated that for the allowances for the
lodging.
For the lodging, yeah. See how that's worded in our budget and take the allowance out of the budget.
Motion by Gary for Doug to attend the conference. Borough paid for Doug to attend the conference. Second by Greg. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I appreciate it, thank you.
I need to approve the event.
No, I'm gonna check, I gotta see what Monday is. I definitely know I will not be able to go up Tuesday, because I'm a full day, always the first Tuesday of the month, so. So the absolute max for me would be $100 if I could go.
All right. Anything else for the mayor, sir? Liens?
I see I put sewer EDUs under liens, there's still 4 liens.
Oh, look, I was gonna ask you,
Yeah.
how it went down, so that's 4.
So you made it hurt, I had a really rough.
Correct.
I had a really rough month. It'll be better next month. Yeah, it's just part of it. Ugh.
All right, so we're still at 4 liens, and then you wanna go right to the.
Yeah, then we have 4 EDUs, however, 2 of those are tentatively assigned pending tomorrow night's outcome of the zoning hearing board. And if that goes through, then we will be down to 2.
All right, and then anything on the sewer report?
I reorganized my desk, and the sewer report got moved off of the mess pile that it's usually on to a different pile, so I actually forgot to bring it along.
He can't find it now that it's organized.
I do not recall there being anything of significance in it,
Oh, I did.
other than the one pump station seems to be driving fits again, but what else is new?
Retaining those.
All right. Anything? Mike?
No.
Nope.
No. Gary?
No.
Mark? Greg? No.
I have a question. Okay, and I messed up this last month. I got here when I printed this out. It says that Corey was here, okay? He said he was wondering about accessible private alley between 93 and 97, okay? That would be sort of back to my place, go up past your house. And I know Ed said he's not going to allow that, okay? Because we had a couple, and I don't think you live where you do now, but we paid $2,500 to have that resurfaced years ago. And that's it, he's not having heavy equipment coming back. And I don't think you'd appreciate those stones you put down if he wants to use that to put a house back. You know what I mean? Use that as the way to come back to maybe build a house or whatever. And Ed said, no. He said, I don't know what we're gonna have to do, but he said he's not gonna allow that. He's not gonna have him busting up the stuff with big equipment coming back and, you know, then wanna use it because all of us share that. And when I seal it, we know we all pay for that. And I said, no. I said, I'm just wondering what's gonna come out of that. Because I don't think you'd appreciate them coming through and you put stones and stuff down. And I'm just questioning this now because he's gotta find another way. You understand? You know, would he be able to go between, Chris Lee's and his property or?
And see, that's what I thought, I understand.
Yeah, that's where he's.
Is that what he's
Yeah,
gonna do?
it does say that
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
public comment in the
Yeah.
minutes from last week.
Yeah.
I'm reading that now.
Right.
My understanding was he was gonna come off of
Oh,
College
okay,
Avenue,
okay, but I
somewhere
guess-
where Chris Lee is.
Oh, okay, because I was gonna, because when Ed read this today,
Yeah.
that's not happening, and I thought, well, I don't think you'd appreciate him coming up and you put them nice stones and everything down there, and I don't think you'd appreciate that. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
Thank you.
Nothing for me.
Post looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Can you see better from the audience?
Yes, actually, and I didn't notice either right away until someone said something. Oh, yeah, they did good.
It's invisible.
I like it.
All right, yep, we're gonna open back up to closed comments.
Just real quick, I've been curious for some time, Mulberry Street. Do we pay to have the snow maintained on that and the stone and the maintenance and stuff on that road?
Yes.
Okay, can I ask, inquire to why? And the reason why, I have a reason, it's just the fact there's only 2 houses back there. And to the best of my understanding, neither one pays taxes to this municipality.
One does.
One
The
does?
first place with the
First
farm.
farm.
When you go back, there's a little farm, the first place.
Okay, well then,
That one does.
I'm talking about the 2 properties.
The 2 houses at
in
the
the
back.
back, yeah, okay, so there is one house or something on it?
Yeah,
I
the
was not
farm.
aware of that, okay.
Yeah.
We only maintain our part of it.
Yeah.
We
We don't
don't
go
maintain the whole
back to-
thing, the whole way back to those houses.
Okay, well, that's what I was asking, if we're paying a lot of money on there, so I'm
It's
just
on the
curious.
state highway, right? State highway. What did we get it for?
I believe, I mean, don't quote me on that, first house on the right is actually on the Hunt Farm. So it's.
Assume that owns the Hunt
So,
Farm.
yeah,
Okay,
Brandon, when there was some inquiry made back when John McDonald was still council president. There was inquiry made of that one property owner
Mhm.
to see if they would be agreeable to us vacating the road, and they're not.
I'm
And
sure they're
un-
not.
Under the borough code, if that is the only access, we can't vacate it without the owner's permission.
Wasn't asking, I was just
Yeah, I just-
inquiring, because it just seemed suspicious of where it came from in the first place. So I
But
was just-
because of that, we have to maintain it.
Because of the one house there.
It is a borough, it wasn't adopted and ordained borough street, and now we have it, which goes back before probably any of us were born. We can't vacate it without his permission, because it's the only access.
I thought my understanding was it was early 1900s, and I believe at that time it was a private lane, and I believe there was a borough council person at that time on borough council that owned it.
That was my understanding as well.
Somehow sweet talked the borough into taking it over, because they knew.
Funny how things like that happen.
Exactly, and now, yes, that's,
Well, it still happens today, we all know that, it's just a question of, it seems,
oh,
just looking at stuff like this, was curious, and I thought I'd just ask you guys, you probably had the history better, and reasons and stuff like that, so appreciate you at least actually, talking to me about it.
anything else?
Yes, sir, I appreciate it.
All right, meeting's adjourned.
Thank you.
hey, hey, Bill, do you have a second?
Yeah.
My boss on the big card,
Might need some praise.